You've seen the photos posted on a friend or relative's Instagram or Facebook page. You've heard all the rave reviews about the delicious malasades and delectable French macarons, and more. All the wonderful work of Cami Iglesias-Ayuyu from Baked by Cami. So, what piqued your interest in cooking and in baking?
There are several things that inspired me. First of all, it would be, watching TV programs, early TV programs with my dad. He would watch Julia Child religiously, and then there was Walk with Yan and Ming Tsai. And I used to be so, just interested and in awe over how, they would just make magic in the kitchen. And I could sit there and literally smell what they're cooking.
She's appreciative and grateful for her parents, Joe and Carrie Iglesias, who allowed her the opportunity to travel and expand her knowledge of different tastes, flavors, and food.
My parents, we would vacation a lot, so I think this is where I developed a lot of my tastes and a lot of what, flavors in Asia would taste like, or flavors in Europe, and I would come home and I'd really want to just recreate what I've tried while I was traveling.
This self-taught baker extraordinaire, who admits she picks up ideas and pointers from the Food Network and Cooking Channel, has a passion for baking.
I'm a food enthusiast. I love cooking. I love being in the kitchen. I just have a passion for doing something, putting my heart and soul into creating something and watching people enjoy what I've made.
Although she has been baking for years now, how did Baked by Cami come about?
Baked just was born, if you will, after the summer. And it kind of, the concept has always been around, through, I would always make things for friends or, for parties and potlucks. When I was working from an 8 to 5 job, I would be so excited to just make something. I'd really just kind of, walk in there and kind of showcase what I make.
Some of Cami's specialties are the Portuguese malasades, which are out the door, fresh and warm, almost daily.
I make them 2 to 3 times a day, depending on how many orders I have. They're this light, airy donut with just pockets, just waiting to be filled. And I make them plain. I also offer them in with coconut cream, also called halpia, which is an eggless coconut custard. And one of my customers described it as being so full. I fill them to the brim, and she described it as being able to gurgle it when she bites into the malasades.
She said come October 1st, to kick off the holidays, she'll be offering them filled with pumpkin custard. Another item that is extremely popular with the customers are French macarons.
Oftentimes it's confused with the macaroons, the American macaroons. The American macaroons are, made of coconut flakes with condensed milk, and it's kind of given some body with egg whites. This is the French macaron, which is a very delicate Parisian pastry. And they come in so many different kinds of flavors. And for those who aren't familiar with what a macaron is it has this slightly crunchy exterior with a very chewy and tasty interior, and and once you put it in your mouth, it's just your senses kind of should explode, right?
Macarons are categorized into 4 groups. First, you have the basic flavors.
Then I also have the more classic flavors. I offer them in cotton candy, fruity pebbles, toasted marshmallow s'mores. So I literally take my blowtorch and I toast the marshmallows. Another one that I have is key lime pie, peanut butter jelly, and there is a strawberry milk macaron with cookie dough filling.
Next, you have the more sophisticated flavors, and these are macarons for the daring palates.
I make Fleur De Sel Caramel, which is salted caramel, but I use Fleur De Sel salt, which is harvested off the coast of France. So I kind of turn up the volume and I try and make it as gorgeous as possible. I also do lemon basil, which I use fresh local basil in my lemon basil macarons. Strawberry mint or strawberry basil, which is a hit as well. Chai tea and green tea macarons.
And lastly, you have the seasonal flavors such as caramel apple, peppermint, and pumpkin gingerbread.
I am always in the kitchen. I am always flavor testing. I always want to try something new and try something different.
And people are definitely not complaining, traveling as far as Maritza to satisfy their sweet tooth with one of Cami's concoctions.
I get a lot of women who are expecting. They send their husbands, please come, go and pick up my order from her. And so just to make things a little easier and convenient, I meet them halfway. Yeah.
She says she's truly humbled by all her amazing customers who have faith in her and her products.
I am so humbled and I'm just so grateful. I put my heart into everything that I make and so much of what I do that once it leaves the door, I need to feel and I need to know that it couldn't have been any better. And just the reaction I get from people, what is a macaron? What are malasadas? It's the anticipation that they share with me to being so incredibly excited about, oh, I get my order tomorrow, or I'm so excited to try your treats in 2 days. And to finally receiving feedback, words such as heavenly and to die for and it's the best thing I've ever tried. Those are just a few of the things that they would say to me. And I'm just so grateful that they appreciate and they enjoy what I've made.
As for what the future has in store for Baked,
hopefully we open up shop soon. In the meantime, we are in discussion with several local coffee shops who are interested in selling baked items. And that would make it so much more convenient, I think, for customers to come in and get their 2 to 3 macaron fixes, along with their sandwich and their coffee. And as well, bigger orders, they will be able to come into a shop and pick it up. So stay tuned.
Cami believes every talent is a God-given talent and says she could have not gotten where she is without an amazing support system. Her husband, Matt, her children, Chrissy and Christian, who are her biggest fans and toughest critics, her parents, closest friends who served as her cheering squad. She wanted to make a big shout out to Tanya Arceo for basically setting the wheels in motion. For more information and if you wish to place an order, you can find Baked by Cami on Facebook or email her at baked.bycami@gmail.com.